Alright, I'm in the process of remodeling, so no stove here. Used the microwave, put it in for 5, it wasn't particularly hot. So I put it in for 5 more, now it's pretty warm. I've got baking soda, lemon juice, I did sea salt, and vinegar for my tests. Show you my beautiful cups that I borrowed from you, thank you very much. So I put a teaspoon of my this stuff. pH reference. I'm gonna get a bigger spoon. And then the directions said to dilute it with a 1/2 cup of water. Pour or spoon a little of each of the test substances. So first we've got the baking soda. Apparently doing 1/2 teaspoon of it. And lemon juice. Sea salt. And vinegar. Oh God. So I've got the vinegar and the lemon juice for my acids. They're my prettier ones. So I don't have the fruit juice, but this lemon juice is kind of fruit juice-ish. So, but I've got I've got a couple different pinks, a blue, a greenish. So now I have my 2 additional cups. And this one wants a teaspoon and then a full cup of water. You'll have to forgive me, I don't cook, so I don't have a teaspoon or anything. And luckily I do have a straw. I panicked for a second there. So I'm going to blow into one of these for 1 to 5 minutes, looking for a distinct color change. and a darker color to put behind it. Sweet. Stay there. Keep recording. We'll know it's been 1 to 5 minutes when I pass out. Can't tell if that's purple or if it's a reflection. It looks purple to you, right? That was fun. Don't stop recording. So I've got 2 questions to answer. One, I'm supposed to explain ocean acidification and include the cause and effect. Basically, the more we manufacture things and put more CO2 in the atmosphere, the oceans do their best to absorb as much of it as they can. I believe it's at 30%, but the more we produce, the more it's going to absorb. It's just going to cause and effect. It's going to keep on escalating. But the more it absorbs, as soon as that CO2 mixes with that salt water, what does it turn into? Hydrogen, I think? Yeah, it turns into hydrogen ions. And then, but that affects the acidity. The acidity goes down, and then like shellfish and coral and sea urchins, things like that. But basically, that's shell things, the harder sea animals. They lose out on it, and so they get a lot more brittle. The coral dies. And then I read also that it doesn't just affect the shellfish, like it affects like how some of the other fish sense, like predators are able to get around, like they're evolved to process a certain amount of acidity, an absorption of the CO2 in the ocean. But as it rises, it affects everything because they're not evolved to have that level. So I definitely think this is a concern. I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit that the first time I ever really thought about the ocean was when I watched Sahara. It had the whole red algae bloom thing over in Africa, but I've heard about the I think it's Mid-Atlantic garbage patch with all the plastics, and I guess as it breaks down, fish are eating it, absorbing it, and whatnot, and then we do the same. And then I also I believe I read that as it breaks down too, it ends up getting reabsorbed up into the atmosphere. So I have to assume it ends up being something similar to acid rain as it comes back down. I know we've done a lot of good for combating acid rain, but we definitely haven't stopped it. So there's definitely a problem. I mean, the ocean covers most of our Earth. I mean, a lot more than the land does. And if we start messing with that, it's definitely not going to not affect everything else. Water goes up, rains down, and keeps on going. If we keep cycling the same problem, it's not going to go away. It's just going to get worse. So thank you. And thanks for recording.